Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome to part 2 of the Jade Summer Flower Girls video. I hope you all are doing amazing. I'm well. Again, I have picked out, just as in the previous video, I have not chosen any colors. I'm just kind of grabbing. I'm still working with my Tombos. I'll finish up this picture using those. I am very excited. I found out that jetpens.com does carry the open stock Tombos. They did have the other 6 in stock that I did not have. So in hopefully about a week, my full set syndrome will be at rest once again. I had when I found out that Tombow had released new colors, I've kind of been trying to ignore that fact. And since I really had not pulled out my Tombows and colored with them, it wasn't bothering me. So, that was good in a sense. I wasn't thinking about it. But then yesterday, excuse me, when I saw the Tombow case that I showed you guys in yesterday's video, that just made me realize that it was like, okay, I want this Tombow case. I didn't like the way I had my Tombow stored. They were just in one of the big pencil cases, that you could put like 3 pencils or whatever in. Each slot would hold 2 Tombows, but it was rather a tight fit for the whole set in there. They were kind of hard to get in and out. You had to flip through the pages to see the different colors. And, when I saw this, I was like, oh, that's perfect for my Tombows. And it's made by Tombows. That's what it's meant for. I'm going to get that. But then it was like full set syndrome in full effect. So, yeah. But I fed the Frankenstein, so hopefully he will not rear his ugly head for, at least a little bit. And that would be nice. So how are you guys today? What are you coloring? Tell me all about it. What are you coloring? What are you coloring with? I have started working on like a blog that I can do my recommendations and stuff from that I was talking about in my last video. So I can post the things that I really like. And you'll just kind of have like a little shop that you can go to and just, not buy anything directly there, but see the links to the products that I use and that I enjoy. The things that have received my stamp of approval. And I thought that would be a neat little thing. I think what I'm going to try to do is make like a section for books and then a section for, I may just separate because I don't use a lot of pencils. I don't know. I may or may not mix my pencils in with like the markers and pens. I'm not sure. I'll get it figured out, but I'm hoping, in my mind at least, it sounded like a wonderful idea, and I'm going to explore it. I love being able to share different products with you guys that I've tried and that I really enjoy, and I really, enjoy those videos when I make them, and I thought that that would be just a neat little addition. There. It's pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I need to be cautious about. I put all the markers up that I used the last time, and then when I sat down to look at the picture again, I'm like, oh my goodness. I put all the markers up. So I'm not sure what colors I had, already used. If I wanted to grab them again. I need to get myself together a system for that. I've had all kinds of ideas and I've started things and then I never really followed through with it. So I'm going to have to work on that. And I'm pretty good about it when I color, in my chair while I'm watching TV or color tube. I have a big jar that I'll put my pens or my pencils or whatever that I'm using at the time or markers over into it, and they just kind of stay there until I finish the page because I have a hard time with whips. That drives me crazy, having whips. So it's when I start a page, I really, really try to get the page finished. There's been a few times I've been like, no. And a lot of times those end up as do not finishes. But I'm real good with that. And I bought the little, the little stadium stands from Michael's that I was going to use at the desk. And yeah, I really need to put that into practice. We had some chicken wings earlier, and they were so good. Lemon pepper wings. Do you guys do you guys enjoy wings? And if so, what's your favorite flavor of wing? I either like buffalo or lemon pepper. But something that I tried a while back that was really good. A friend of Gary's had actually gotten it on accident. They had ordered, I think it was medium buffalo wings and lemon pepper wings. And what they were wanting was half of them to be the lemon pepper and then half of them to be medium buffalo. Well, when they got them, what the restaurant had did was they tossed them in medium and they tossed them in buffalo. I really don't think this is the right marker. Yeah, it's close enough. Close enough for government work. And they really enjoyed them. They liked it. So I tried it a while back, and I was actually very impressed with it also. So I've gotten that quite a few times. It was really good. So I like to have a plan when I sit down to color, at least have some idea of a plan. And I don't have these, necessarily swatched out correctly, and so they're just kind of really hard to use right now. And I'm not going to sit down and try to swatch them and get them in the correct order in this case until I get the other 6 in from jet pens. Then I'll sit down and make sure everything is back in order. It makes me feel strange not to be relying on swatches. I know a lot of you don't swatch, But for me, I like to have that. It drives me so crazy not to have that. But we are winging this picture. And generally, I may not know what colors I'm going to lay down. You know, at least not exactly. But I do know, I do have an idea of what I want the picture to look like when I get finished. So, you know, I've got an idea of what I'm going to do. But on this, I'm just completely winging this. Let the pieces fall where they may. And sometimes I feel like I color myself into a corner. Like, I don't know what color I'm going to make these flowers because I've used purples and I've got the pink in there already. And now I've put in yellows. And it's like, okay, what color is the flower going to be now? I may go with like a lighter peach color or something like that. I think she's looking very bright. But I can say that was my intent, was to make the colors very bright. So as long as we keep on the right track, then I'm getting what I want out of it. I'm impressed with how well the Tombos are working. In this book, I was a little worried about how the paper was going to react to the Tombos, but it seems to be doing wonderful. Have you guys seen Nisi's newest video, Diva 99, Diva's Coloring World? I just watched it myself, and she was coloring, I believe it was Chibi Girls 2, maybe? And she was using some Sharpies and some things like that. She's been trying really hard to work with markers, and I think she's doing a great job. I thought she was doing a wonderful job with those Sharpies. So, if you have not seen her video, go watch it. Go show Nisi some love after this video. Yeah, I want you to stay with me for right now. After this video. It is so hard for me when I record sometimes, because, you know, I record when I have the opportunity to record, you know, because I don't, there's some days where I absolutely can't, because there's so much, you know, going on here at the house, you know, with you know, Gary home or whatever maybe going on. And so I try to record when I get the chance, when I kind of feel like recording, and everything. So sometimes when I say today, it seems strange because it's like earlier when I said today, actually I did go to Michael's and stuff today, my time. But by the time you guys see this, it'll be like tomorrow, because I will upload part 1 of this and part 2 of this not on the same day, if that makes sense. You know, I really need to, because I want to have a video for you guys as close to every day as possible. I'm never going to meet that, you know, that goal long term, but it's a goal to have. But so after I'd eaten dinner and everything, I was like, okay, I'm going to turn the camera back on and I'm going to work on Little Miss Flower Girl here. And then it's kind of strange because I know you guys aren't going to see it all in one day, but to me it's still all one day. So yeah, it's just a little strange. But I will work through that. I just kind of wanted to give you guys that little disclaimer because sometimes it may sound strange to you the way my days are said, and I don't know, because there's sometimes when I'll do a video and I may have a few different videos ready to go, and I may decide that I want to release a video before another, and that's really strange. I don't know if any of that made any sense to you guys. I hope it did. It made sense to me on my end, but that doesn't mean anything. So for me, it is still Thursday. For you, it is Saturday. Or it should be. At least that's when the video is going up. I know some of you don't get to see the videos, you know, like as soon as they go up. And that's fine. Sometimes even people who I subscribe to their channels and I love it and I watch every single video they ever release, sometimes that video may be out several days before I get the chance to sit down and really focus in on their video. So okay, maybe this will do okie dokie. It's kind of like a peachy orange. I think that should show up okay against these colors. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon. There's a rooster outside that is just cock-a-doodle-doing. Sometimes when they start, I wish they would cock-a-doodle-don't. I still have no idea where Bradley took that rawhide type bone. I have not seen it. I have no idea where he hid that. Poor thing thinks we're going to take it away from him. I think that looks okay. I mean, I'm not thrilled with it, but it'll work. A lovely subscriber sent me some, she sent me the 36 count of the June Gold mechanical pencils. I can't wait to open those up and play with those. That should be a lot of fun. Thank you so much for thinking of me. That means the world, truly. You have no idea. And then I received the 6-pack of blender pencils that I ordered today. They're made by Thornton, and they had went on sale for $4.99 for 6 of them. So I picked them up. I've been coloring a little with my pencils here and there. And I was trying to use, you know, like a blender pencil because I don't think I'm ever going to get pencils down without using some type of a some form of a blender of some type. For those of you who are able to just, you know, go at it like that, hats off to you. I cannot for the life of me figure out yet, anyway, how to make these pencils just be smooth and look blended together. I am just nowhere near there. And I've tried to look up, you know, some tutorial videos, and I'm not finding it very helpful. Just putting color all over the place here. After this video, I am going to work in my mythographic for the evening. I'm going to settle in, and I think I'm caught up on ColorTube right now, so I'll probably find a movie or something like that to listen to. I'm going to be working on the picture in Mythographic Animals. That's the frog with the lily pads. I think that's the one I've decided I'm going to work on. I really liked the unicorn, but that is so tiny, and I'm not 100% sure if those are like little leaves that's all around the unicorn. I'm not sure what it is. And I thought, well, maybe. I had that page saved, and I kept looking through, and then I found the little frog, and I was like, yeah, I want to color this little guy. He's got a little top hat and everything. He's super cute. Super, super cute. And that's just my next little addition to christening my books that have not been colored in yet. And I've had that one for quite a while. And they're single-sided images, and I know they're pretty tiny, but I could have, you know, pulled out even my ultrafine Sharpies and worked on it. I'm not sure why I never did, other than the images. Maybe I found them a little intimidating, which is probably the case. But I think the little froggy's cute as he can be, and I'm going to color him. So we'll see how he turns out. And of course, he'll be in my month end video where I show all of my pages that I colored for the month. And I'll probably do that video the last week in January, and then whatever get colored towards, you know, the last week of January, that will go on to the video, or the pages, excuse me, that'll go to the pages that I colored in, it'll be in the February video. My brain is acting like it doesn't want to work for me, and I don't understand why. This month seems like it's just flying by. It's a third of the way over already. We are a third of the way finished with the first month of 2019. That's just insane. I didn't think that we, it's just so quick for me, and, you know, for me to try to think about how quickly that's happened. 2018 went by very quickly also. I mean, that whole year seemed to just fly by. my son Jordan did get to come to the States from Iraq for his 2-week R&R over Christmas. He chose to spend that time in Texas. That's where his new wife is at. It's where she's living for right now, and they were not able to make a trip out to Georgia, which is very unfortunate. I miss him, and he's deployed for a year. So it'll be around August before I get to see him again. It is so crazy how much you miss your kids when they're gone. And it was really hard not to see him over Christmas and know, that he was stateside. But I was just in no position, to fly or to drive all the way to Texas from here. He has left now and went back to Iraq. I hope that the time goes by quickly and that he'll be home safe and soon. He is stationed, when he's in the United States, he's stationed at Fort Bragg, North Carolina right now. So when he gets back stateside, he'll be going back to Fort Bragg. And I think Leah plans on trying to get moved up to Fort Bragg from Texas before he gets back from Iraq. That way she can try to set them up a house. They actually got married like just a few days before he deployed. Aaliyah had gotten a Rottweiler puppy just before Christmas, so I have a new grand dog, or a fairly new grand dog. He's going to be a very big grand dog, but he is cute as a button. Michael and Caitlin, they have a lab mix, and he's a sweetie and a half, spoiled, rotten. Oh goodness. And not by me. And those two are so funny because they'll talk about, they're trying to have kids, and they're having some difficulty with that. She's having to see some specialists and things. But, so I have no actual grandchildren yet. Hopefully soon. But, they'll talk, and they talk about how when they have children, they're going to make their child behave, that they're not going to spoil their child rotten. And they see, other children do things or whatever, and they're like, oh, I'm not going to let my child do that. But I'm here to tell you, if the way they are raising this grand dog of mine is any indication of how they are going to raise my grandbabies, oh my, those are going to be some kids. I'm telling you, because Bear wants, every time he sees you, he wants to jump immediately on you. He is so hyperactive, constantly running around, constantly jumping up, constantly trying to get your love and your attention, and all these things. And he's a big little dude, so it's something. Poor Bradley. When Bear comes over, Bradley is automatically like, oh gosh, not again. Bear wants to play, and Bradley's, 12 years old. Bradley's doesn't want to play anymore, really. And Bear's like, oh no, let's play. And poor Bradley. Generally, Bradley wants to be with me all the time. And he doesn't want, if I'm in the room, you know, where Bear is or whatever, Bradley doesn't even care to be in the room with me. He's just like, nah, I'll go find somewhere else to hang out until that leaves. So it's kind of funny. Okay, I need to put some purple and some blue over here. And I really need to do some pink up here, but I don't want it to get into this. So I don't know what to do about that. I guess I could do the pinks and the peach maybe. But I think this is that. No, maybe this is not the same. Is it? This is one big stripe, isn't it? Oh well. It's just a color picture. It is just a color picture. There are lots and lots more of these. And I am loving having that type of mentality. I really am. It's, I guess you guys would like to be in frame. Having that mentality has just helped me so much. I'm starting to really enjoy coloring, because especially when I first started the channel, when I would sit down to color, I was trying to just be the best I could be, because I'm like, I don't want them to see this if it's bad. And then, you know, I had to remind myself again that this is just ridiculous. And I was like, no, I'm taking this over into my, you know, personal coloring and everything. I am going to color based off what I like and what looks good to me. And yeah, that's just what we're gonna do. And that's what I've been doing, and I've enjoyed it a lot. It's been freeing, you know, using my gel pens and my Pitt pens, and now my Tombos, you know, because I just wanted to use my Tombos. And I feel like alcohol markers are definitely where I do my best work. Okay, I do. To me, that's what looks best when the day is done. But the only way to improve at different mediums is to use them. I mean, that's just the only way. So it's the weekend for you guys right now. I really hope you are enjoying your weekend. I just kind of thought about it. I was like, oh wow, this is Saturday probably for you guys. I like that, probably. How is your weekend going? Tell me about what's going on in your weekend right now. Do you have anything special plans for the rest of the week or for the rest of the weekend? So, what? Do tell all. I love hearing about, you know, different things that everyone has going on, things that they're doing. And on some of these areas where you guys are feeling like I'm leaving you out, I'm just kind of trying to fill in these little areas down here that's really not part of the main image. So I'm just trying to throw some color on that and get that out of the way. And then there's one more up here, and I'm probably making you guys dizzy moving this thing around so much. I'm sorry. She is one colorful chicka, huh? Okay, so we need to put these up that I have out. And I'm not putting these up correctly. Of course, it doesn't matter, I guess. These are all going to be moved around and reordered and all of that very, very soon. As soon as I get the other 6 markers in. Now to try to remember what colors these are. Donna, Donna, Donna. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to have to do some chicken scratch over here on this extra piece of paper and try to figure it out. I think that's a winner for one color. Is this going to be a winner for the other one? I don't know. I don't think that's a winner, but I may use it anyway just because I really don't know that I want to keep looking for the winner. I'll try one more. That's definitely not the winner. I don't think this is the winner either, but yeah, I don't think. No, I don't think that's the winner either. Okay, so we'll go with those. Now let me find my purples, if you guys don't mind. Oh, that's close enough. And let me tip this right here and see. And yeah, maybe. That's what we're going to go with. Okay, thank you for being patient with me. Let's see. Trying to decide if I want to use a Tombow on her eyes or if I want to use something else. Okay. I'm just kind of just laying down color. Okay. Oh, now I got quiet because I'm having to really think about where I'm laying the different color purples. I would like them to not all be side by side. But some of them are just, they're just going to be. You guys remember the other day when I was talking about the TV shows that I watch, and I couldn't remember the brands of that moonshine that Tim on Moonshiners makes. The one that I was telling you guys was legal. He was not doing illegal moonshine. You guys remember that? Anyway, when I was getting ready, I was literally in bed, laying down, trying to clear my head, you know, trying to focus in on the sound of the fan so I could drift off to sleep, and it hit me. It is Climax Moonshine. I believe it's either, is it Virginia? Climax, Virginia? That's where he's from. And so that's where the name comes from. And that was the brand I was trying to think of. And there's been a new episode of Oak Island. We watched that last night. It had been recorded. So we got around to watching it last night. My poor son, I love him. God, I love him. He likes to talk, and I know where he gets it from, so I don't think I don't understand where he gets that from. But he got off work. He had worked a 12-hour truck. You know, he's also a medic, and he was on his way home, and so he gave us a call just to, he wanted to check on me after my wreck and everything. And because that was a fiasco, man. I mean, there I was, almost in a daggum intersection, worried, you know, what's going on here, you know, whatever. And I hadn't even looked at the back of the car yet. I had no idea if my car was even drivable at this point. And I try to call Gary, and of course he has no cell phone signal where he is. I try to call my parents, and their cell phone was turned off. My mother-in-law was home, and, you know, she was at home asleep. And when she's asleep, she has a hard time hearing her cell phone anyway. And knowing with her asleep, there was just no way that was going to happen. And then so I tried to call Michael, and I wasn't thinking about him even maybe being at work. That was just, you know, the first thing I thought was, okay, call Michael. Now, you know, you've exhausted other options. And he sent me to voicemail. And you know how you can tell you've been sent to voicemail? You know, it like rings once or twice, and then it goes straight to voicemail. So you know that call got rejected. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And then, like, almost immediately behind that, he sends me a text that says, I'll call you back. And I'm thinking, you have got to be joking. But luckily, Gary had got enough signal to get the text that I had sent through to say, hey, you know, I've been rear-ended, been in a wreck. I've got a headache. I don't feel good. So he had called me back. So at least, you know, I had somebody to kind of talk to, and that helped calm me down because I was starting to really go into a panic attack. You know, I wanted just to make sure that the headaches and stuff was normal. And since it was the county that Gary worked for, I knew that they would be honest with me. And, you know, since they knew Gary, so I had the paramedics, you know, just come out and look. And the paramedic had to remind me that I really needed to slow my breathing down, that he thought I was going to start hyperventilating. So he was able to tell that I was having an anxiety panic moment. But yeah, and then it was like 3 hours later when I sent Michael a text back, and I was like, I was rear-ended, I was in a wreck. And that's all I said, you know, because I wanted, you know, at least to give him an idea of what was going on. Like 3 hours later, he sends me a text that says, OMG, are you okay? And I couldn't help but think, well, if I wasn't, would it matter now? But, yeah, right? But, yeah, he called on his way home to check on me. And he loves to talk. And he was doing nothing but driving along. So he was talking. And it was starting to get kind of late. And, you know, Gary had to go in and work first thing this morning. So Gary was trying to get through that episode of Oak Island. And, you know, he had paused it so we could talk to Michael. And then once Gary kind of realized what was going on, that Michael was just chit-chatting for the sake of chit-chatting, he was like, he put the phone over on speaker and sat there for a while. And then, you know, after that, he sat there for a few minutes and listened to that. And then he was like, Michael, it's bedtime. I have to work tomorrow. And Michael's like, oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I forgot. And got off the phone. So I'm thinking, because I'm ready for bed at this point. You know, I was extremely tired all day yesterday after all that. And so they get off the phone, and then Gary turns the TV right back on and hits play. And I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, Gary, I thought you said we were going to bed. And he's like, yeah, after this episode. And I was like, well, then why'd you tell Michael we had to go? And he said, because I want to make it through this episode. So, yeah. I told him, I said he was being a good kid. He called to check on his mom. And, you know, he wanted to make sure I was okay. This color is way too dark. I thought it was a close match to the other, but it is not. It's not even close. And so I sat here and just rambled for a while, about stuff that probably didn't amount to a hill of beans to any of you. I think on this one, I'm going to have to find another color to throw in here instead of just putting these all side by side. I think I'm just going to start kind of jumping around a little. As you know, normally I would sit down and take time and plan out the pattern and how I was going to color it. I know that sounds crazy, but I do that. That's why mandalas take me so long to color, because I am coming up with a plan. And I know some people can just go at things, but I'm the type that if I want it to be right, I have to put some serious thought into it. I can't just see how well I think colors are going to look together. It takes me forever to choose colors that I'm going to use. You know, when I'm sitting down and doing my personal coloring, I try to be faster with you guys. I don't want you guys to sit there and while I kind of, you know, so, yes. But we are on the home stretch with this. She is almost done. I like the bright colors. I like the way the Tombos actually worked on this paper. I'm very impressed with that. I really thought this was going to be a mess, but I was going to try it, and I was going to try it on camera. So, okay, I need one more color, and I don't know what color to grab. No, I think that's too light. And it's like, no, I think that's too dark, and no. Alright, I'm just going to go with this one. It's at least enough of a contrast. And watch this be the color that this was that I should have grabbed to begin with. That would have been that would be nice, I guess. I need to work with these brush pens and keeping them inside the lines. That's where I feel like I'm struggling. Okay. Just a couple more. Oh, I still have to do her eye, don't I? I do. So I'm still not done. I went way out of line that time. Okay, now put these back. And does she have blue eyes, guys, or does she have green eyes? What do you think? I'm looking at the blues, but that's way too light of a blue. That's way too bright of a blue. Let me guess. Way too dark of a blue. No, it's still kind of bright. Okay. Let's see. I think that's too dark. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should go with one of these lighter ones. I think this is the one I just tried. It is. Heck, maybe she should have green eyes since I'm having Such a struggle finding a blue. Oh, that's a pretty green. This is a pretty green, but I think it may be way too light for her eyes, but we'll see. Oh, maybe not. Pretty. And to think she was almost a blue-eyed beauty. All right, right. Let's zoom out, not in. Is that zoomed? That, there, that's closer all the way. There we go. What do you think, guys? She's bright. If nothing else, she is bright. So this has been fun. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And I hope that you will consider hitting that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video or enjoy coloring chats in general, please give this video a big thumbs up so it'll make it easier for others to find. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this. There is more videos to come, and I will see you guys again very soon, and I will get you guys a link up to my blog when it is ready. So until next time, guys, peace, love, and happy coloring. See you later. Bye.